Very good morning, everyone. How are you all? Last class we were doing partnership. We were into retirement. Correct? Have you tried some questions? Of course, you may have some doubt in partnership. But before coming to partnership, let us take some doubt of average due date. One doubt came. Question number 2, average due date. Come to question number 2, average due date. Anand purchased goods from Amrita. The average due date for payment in cash is 10 August. So average due date is given. The total amount is 67,500. How much the amount should be paid by Anand to Amrita? The total payment is made on the following date. Interest should be considered at a rate of 12% per annum. Now you only say the total amount is paid on average due date. How much interest? Huh? If total amount is paid on average due date, how much interest? How much interest? Hmm? You say what is the concept of this chapter? If multiple transaction is settled on average due date, there is no loss of interest to either party. It means no interest now. If the payment was made on average date, no interest, it is given 0. Means amount paid is 67,500 only. But if the amount was paid on 25th August, so 10th August means how many days later? 15 days. So we need to calculate interest on total amount at a rate of 12% for 15 days, which is coming how much? 333. So what is the amount to be paid? 67,500 plus 333. But if the amount is paid on 30th July, so early payment, so rebate will be allowed. Early payment, so it is 10 days early payment, so 10 days interest, or 11 days, sorry. 30th July na, so it is 31st July. So 11 days, 31st July na. So 11 days interest will be calculated. So 11 days interest will be 244 rebate. The amount to pay will be 67,500 minus what? 244. What is in this? फर्स्ट वाला में तो कुछ डाउट ही नहीं हो जाए. एनी अमाउंट पेड ऑन एवरेज रेट, नो इंटरेस्ट. सिंपल ना. यू फॉरगेट द कॉन्सेप्ट ओनली ना. ओके, चलो. एनी मोर डाउट इन दिस एवरेज रेट? एनी डाउट? चलो. Then coming to one concept, account current rating interest. Have you understood? How many have not understood rating interest? You have not understood rating interest. Chalo, let us discuss rating interest once again. So doubt came about rating interest. Which question I have taken for rating interest? Which question we have taken for rating interest? Bolo? I think this question, third question. So in this question, if you see, all the transaction has been posted. Everyone, it's very simple. Just try to understand. If you understand, then no doubt will come. The first opening balance posted, sales posted, this posted, this posted, this posted, this posted, this posted, this posted. In posting, no doubt. In posting, no doubt. Now you can see that in this there are some transaction in which due date, you can see this due date and April 7 and what? April 12. Correct? Understood? And May 11 falls after due date. Falls after due date. Means can you say this transaction are settled before due date? If any transaction are settled before due date, so interest will be charged or interest will be allowed. Interest will be allowed from which date to which date? From settlement date to due date. But can you see, if you are saying interest will be allowed, it become a negative interest. So if you want to write down negative interest you write down in the same side or opposite side? Opposite side. So in the traditional days, such interest they used to write in red ink, and therefore that interest is known as what? Red ink interest. Means there is no logic behind this कि why it is known as red ink. You know, लाल ink means स्याही. तो इसको क्या कहते हैं? लाल स्याही ब्याज. Understood? Rating interest. Are you getting what I am saying? In Hindi we'll say what? Lal स्याही ब्याज. Understood? Rating interest. So there is no logic why we call it rating, because in traditional days we used to write down with rating and therefore it is known as rating. But can I say we can call it negative interest. So rating interest is also known as negative interest. If you want to write on negative interest, you write on which side? Opposite side. Now in this question, because we are using product method, so instead of interest we are calculating product and therefore we are writing rating product in opposite side. So correct. That only we are written for this. April 7. You can see from April means from 31st March to April 7. How many days? 7 days. What is the amount? 8250. So 8250 into 7 how much? You can see by rating product as per contract 57,750 we have written. Correct. Now May 11. So you calculate from 31st March to May 11? How many days? So 10,000 into 41. You can see we have written two rating interest 40. It is 10,000 to 41, 4 lakh 10,000. Similarly, there is one more transaction April 12, so 12 days. So 7,512. How much? You can see rating product we have written 90,000. Now we'll calculate what? Balance of product. For product we'll calculate what? Interest. Interest will return in opposite side and you get the answer. Simple. Any doubt? This only I have explained that day. Now understood? Correct? One time practice required. देखो new concept whenever come na, you need to practice one time. Once you practice one time, then only it will be in your mind. Correct? Yes, sir. So I hope now understood. Account current also over. Average due date also over. Any doubt in consignment chapter? There is one question in consignment chapter. In that there is some printing mistake. So ignore. What was the question number? So just give a star mark in illustration number 7. Just write down question is wrong. So don't do. Correct? Illustration number 7 delete. There is some printing mistake. ठीक है ना? So why to waste your time for printing mistake? चलेगा? चलेगा? Yes, sir. There are many other questions that you can do. Now coming to what? Partnership. Can we come to partnership? Yes, sir. So we have done last day we have done one question. Illustration number 3. Now illustration number 3 there was one special point about goodwill. Now already we have understood that goodwill adjustment. Goodwill adjustment we have understood. Means whenever there is any gaining partner will compensate sacrificing partner. Correct. And gaining partner will bring his share of goodwill and sacrificing partner will withdraw their share of goodwill. So bringing and withdrawing will be depend upon information given in the question. This too you have understood. But in this question there was one goodwill appearing in the balance sheet. So if question is silent, always will assume it is a purchase goodwill. Understood? Correct. Now if suppose question is silent about purchase goodwill, so there is no need to do any adjustment. Purchase goodwill will remain in balance sheet forever, as we have done for plant and machinery, etc. It is as simple as plant and machinery. Are you getting what I am saying? So purchase goodwill will remain in balance sheet as it is, no adjustment required. But sometimes they said purchase goodwill will be written off. Purchase goodwill will be written off. So whenever purchase goodwill is written off, so it means you need to decrease the amount of goodwill. If you want to decrease the amount of goodwill, so there is a loss. This loss belong to old partner in OPSR. So in this we have done one journal entry. A account debit, B account debit, C account debit to goodwill. Now the question arises, the doubt was what? Whether we'll use 5 is to 4 is to 3 or we'll use 3 is to 4 is to 4. Because can I say both are OPSR? One is what? As on 1st April 2019 and one is what? On the date of retirement it become OPSR. The question arises, we should use 5 is to 4 is to 3 or we should use 3 is to 4 is to 4. Now just try to understand, everyone. Just try to understand. Correct. Why we have taken 5 is to 4 is to 3, that we need to understand. Suppose you have written goodwill. You have written goodwill, correct? Are you getting? If you are writing any asset in the balance sheet, what is the other effect? Means if you are increasing asset, if you are increasing asset in the balance sheet, what is the other effect? Can I say it will increase either capital or profit or profit? Understood? Means can I say this goodwill? The second effect is on equity, means either capital or profit. Are you able to understand? Means other effect is what? Increase in asset means what? Profit only now. It will increase the profit. Understood? Just try to understand. The revision in 5 is to 4 is to 3 become 3 is to 4 is to 4 from the effect, means it was effective from 1st April 2019. But can I say this was known on 31st March 2020? Are you getting what means? Right now the balance sheet we are preparing as on 31st March 2020. And on 1/4/2019 actually it was 5 is to 4 is to 3. Now on this date one changes was made that with effect from this date it will become 3 is to 4 is to 4, means on 31st March 2020 PSR changes with effect from the beginning of the year, means till now whenever goodwill was retained in the balance sheet we have taken which ratio, this ratio or this ratio? Are you able to understand? Means till now no effect of 3 is to 4 is to 3 is given in the balance sheet, because the profit was also distributed in 5 is to 4 is to 3, then we have done correction for that. You remember? It means can I say all the effect in the balance sheet has been given as per which ratio? 5 is to 4 is to 3. Means can I say if goodwill you have increases, so automatically it increase profit, and this profit was distributed among partners in which ratio? 5 is to 4 is to 3. If you want to write off that goodwill, the writing off should be also done with which ratio? 5 is to 4 is to 3 only. Have you understood this point? थोड़ा understood? One second what I am saying. एक बार ignore करो this revision. This 3 is to 4 is to 3 ignore. Let us assume 5 is to 4 is to 3 was the PSR, and now the date of retirement is there. So what I want to say, when goodwill was included in the balance sheet, so other effect is profit, and the profit will be transferred to capital in which ratio? In 5 is to 4 is to 3, means we have done one journal entry. Can I say goodwill account debit to A, to B, to C in which ratio? 5 is to 4 is to 3. Now if you want to write off, so you will do writing off in the same ratio only now. How much you have credited, that only will be debited. So can I see if you have credited in the ratio of 5 is to 4 is to 3, therefore you should debit also in which ratio? 5 is to 4 is to 3, and therefore that ratio has been used. Now why we have not used 3 is to 4 is to 3 even though effect has been given from this date? Why? Because this changes was made at year end. It means can I say 3 is to 4 is to 3 till now not, if the effect of that is not given in the balance sheet whatever is given in the question. Are you able to understand? Therefore we can consider, we can conclude that because it was included in the balance sheet when the PSR was 5 is to 4 is to 3. Therefore we should write off also in which ratio? 5 is to 4 is to 3. However, can I say this point will come only this type of question. When there will be simple question, then this doubt will not come. Simple question means what? If suppose 5 is to 4 is to 3, now it become retirement and now ratio become 4 is to 3, then this doubt will not come. Goodwill will be written off among all partner in OPSR. If there is only one OPSR, then this doubt will not come. Now in this question, because there are two OPSR, doubt came which OPSR will be taken into consideration. Understood? Have you understood? But can I say just try to understand the profit? Whatever profit, this profit was also allocated in this ratio. So we have written off that profit also in this 5 is to 4 is to 3. Then we have what? Credited once again which ratio? 3 is to 4 is to 3 only. Are you able to understand what I am saying? So whatever has been considered based on 5 is to 4 is to 3, we should write off in that ratio only now. And therefore we have taken 5 is to 4 is to 3. If you want to write a note, you can write down. This was the question, na? It was illustration number. Where is that question? This was not a question, na? Hmm? After this, we have done one question, na? But where is that question? I'm not getting. Sorry. Where I have written? Oh, final I have written. Chalo. So in this, write down. Write down. In question number, which question number? In illustration number 3, goodwill appearing in the balance sheet is written off appearing in the balance sheet is written off in 5:4:3 as 5:4:3 was revised to which ratio? 3:4 on 31st March 2020 with effect from 1/4/2019. It means when goodwill was recorded in books of account, when goodwill was recorded in books of account, then goodwill was distributed among partners by using which ratio? 5:4:3, and therefore return back also in which ratio? 5:4:3. Have you understood? Correct. So this become a special point. MRQ question, just revise before exam. You will be able to do correctly only. There is special point. If you will not revise, you will not be able to write in exam. Correct. There's some special point. Understood? Can we close this topic now? To close. From my point of view, now I hope you have understood. Come to what? Next point. Illustration number. We have done illustration number 3 completed. Illustration number 4. I think easy only. Illustration number 4 you want me to do? You have done. You have tried. Acha. Okay. What they have given? KLM are partners sharing profit and losses in the ratio of 5:3:2. Due to illness, L wanted to retire from the firm and his son N will come into his place. Means N will be admitted. Once again you can see goodwill is appearing in the balance sheet. capital KLM, reserve, trade payable, everything is given. On retirement, L asset were revalued. L asset will be revalued. On retirement of L, comma, on retirement of L, asset were revalued. Goodwill 50,000. Miss, can you see this is new value of goodwill? Furniture 10,000. Inventory in trade 30,000. 50% of amount due to L was paid off in cash and the balance was retained in the firm as capital of N. On admission of new partner, goodwill has been written off. Means this goodwill will be written off. Correct? Goodwill was appearing in the balance sheet on 31st March 2020 as it was purchased goodwill. M is paid off his extra balance to make capital proportionate. It means now the proportionate capital concept will come. You are required to give necessary journal entry, balance sheet, and capital account of partners. Correct? Understood? Yes, sir. But it is not given. What is new PSR? Na? On retirement, asset were revalued. 50% of amount due to L was paid off and balance were retained by the firm as capital of N. Okay. Hmm? They have taken same. They have taken 3 by 10. Miss L share was transferred to N share. Chalo, we'll also take that assumption. Radam. Illustration number 4. So can you see we can prepare what? Revaluation account, journal entry you can do by your own. Revaluation account. So can you give me all revaluation first? First, can you give me all the revaluation? 5 or 2? 2 furniture how much? Decrease by 10,000. Furniture 10,000 then. Hmm? Inventory increase or decrease? Decrease. So 2 inventory how much? 80. 20,000 then. Any more? Goodwill will not come in revaluation account because they have said return off to will write off through what? Partners only. Then what? Nothing. So this become what? By partners capital account. Which partner? It is KLM, KLNM. Can you distribute in OPSR? 15,000, 10,000, 5,000. Then simple. Then we'll come to what? Partners capital account. Hmm? 15, 10 and 9,000. This is wrong. Who has given 15, 10 and 5? What is the ratio? 5 is to 3 is to 2. What you are doing? It is 9,000 only. How you given 10,000? Who has given 10,000? Why you do calculation mistake, Ray? You have used calculator without calculator, and then without calculator. Don't be over smart, huh? Because ICA will throw over smart student. Understood what I am saying? You are actually putting your life risk in risk. You are only putting your life in risk, na? Then what are the name of partners? KLM and N. KLM and N. Opening balance how much? 40,000 and 60,000 and 30,000. First, let me do about goodwill. So first, let us write off goodwill. What is journal entry to for writing of goodwill? Partners capital account to goodwill. So this goodwill will be written off in OPSR. OPSR is 5:3:2. Write off 15,000, 9,000 and 6,000. Which amount you have taken? Amount given in the balance sheet, na? Correct. Now we'll do goodwill adjustment table. We'll do goodwill adjustment, na? So working note number 1. Goodwill adjustment. It is K, L, M and N. What is OPSR? 5:3:2. What is the new goodwill? 50,000. Can you allocate in this ratio? This is how much? This is 25,000, 15,000 and 10,000. Correct? What is the new PSR? New PSR is same only 5:2. So they have assumed same. We'll also assume same only in this case. Whenever father has taken what? Father's share is been taken by son, so we'll assume the same share has been transferred. That assumption we need to take. Correct, but it can be changed also. Understood? So can you say now same will be allocated? It will what? 25,000 is retired. Sorry, it is 5:2:3. 5:2:3, na? It is 5:2:3. It is 10,000 and 15,000. It means you can see there is no gain sacrifice. Here there is a sacrifice. Here there is no gain sacrifice. Here there is a gain. So he will be debited and he will be credited. So what journal entry will do? N2, N12, na? So we'll do 2 what? To L capital account and will be debited by how much? 15,000 and by what? N capital account L will be credited by 15,000. Correct. Whether N is bringing his share of goodwill, nothing has been given. Correct. Withdrawal information is also not given. Then we'll do revaluation. By revaluation loss, na? And to revaluation account, how much? Already we have done. It is how much? 15,000, 9,000 and 6,000. Any reserve and surplus appearing in the balance sheet? So that also belong to old partner in. So can you allocate? How much? How much? 25, 15,000 and 10,000. Correct? I think all the information done. Once you check all the information done or not. All the information done apart from repayment to L. Now what they are saying, 50% of L capital will be paid in cash immediately. Can you find out the balance of L? How much? 60 plus 15 plus 50. This is 90. 90 minus 72. So 50% paid in cash immediately. So how much 50%? 36,000 will be paid immediately in cash, and the balance will be transferred to his son. So to N's capital account, how much? 36,000 will be transferred. Correct? You can see L account closed. L account has been closed now. And in N account we write down by what? L capital account, how much? It is 36,000. Have you understood this point? Correct? Have you understood this point? Now the last point they have given about proportionate capital. M is paid off his extra balance to make the capital proportionate. So they want to make the capital proportionate to where the incoming capital is given. So of course 36,000 become incoming capital. Correct now. So we can use that as base capital. Now working note number 2. Calculation of proportionate capital. So it is now K, M and N. Correct. Can you give me right now what is the actual capital? How much actual capital? Balancing figure. How much K? 35,000. Then 28,000. Then 36,000 na? I don't know 36,000. 21,000. Have you understood this point? Correct. Now we need to make what? Capital proportionate. We will use which capital as base capital? N capital. बताओ. What will be the required capital? The required capital. What is the N capital given? 21,000. For how much share? For how much share? So its ratio is 5 is to 2 is to 3, means 3 by 10. What is the total? It become 10 by 3. So how much it is becoming? 10 by 3 total capital. Total capital is how much? 70. So this 70,000 will be now allocated in which ratio? 5 is to 3 is to, sorry, 5 is to 2 is to 3 na. So 5 is to 2 is to 3 is coming how much? So you can see it is coming 35,000 only. Then how much? How much? 14,000. Then how much? 21,000. So you can see K no surplus, no deficit, but M has surplus. How much surplus? So can I say he will be paid 14,000? Correct? It is nothing. Means M will withdraw how much? 14,000. So this become what? Surplus. Surplus will be withdrawn. That is only given in the question. M will be paid to make the capital proportionate. It is given the question now. What is given the question? M is paid off his extra balance to make capital proportionate. That only is coming. So how much will he paid? So he will withdraw how much? To be write down 2 cash. How much will he withdraw? 14,000. And now what will be the balance? To balance carried down. It is what? 35,000 nil. 14,000 and 21,000. Done. All point done. Have you understood? You need to apply step by step. If you will not apply step by step, then there is what problem? You need to apply step by step. Dekho, I am also applying step by step now. When I am in partners capital account, first I am thinking about goodwill, then revaluation, then reserve and surplus, then proportionate capital if any. You need to think step by step. When you are thinking step by step, you will be getting no issue. But if you jump, then in exam you need to also jump. Just write up a note. It is assumed that share of profit of L has been transferred to whom? Has been transferred to his son L M na, but L na N has been transferred to his son N on retirement. Correct? This assumption we have taken because question is silent. Because question is silent. However, the new PSR may change also. If it will change, the information will be given. Got it? Yes, sir. Can we take one more question? Whatever question we are taking, we are doing only for practice now. Illustration number 5. What is given? Read. Doyle and Company is a partnership firm with Mr. ABC sharing profit and losses in the ratio 10:6:4. The balance sheet is given. You can see ABC reserve, long-term debt, bank overdraft, land building, etc. is given. Then read by your own. Correct. I will read. It was mutually agreed that Mr. B will retire from partnership and his place Mr. D will be admitted as a partner with effect from 1st April 2020. Similar question. For this purpose, following adjustment are to be made. Goodwill is to be valued at rupees 1 lakh, but the same will not appear as an asset in the books of reconstituted firm. Thank you very much. Whether it will appear means we need to do goodwill adjustment. Building and plant and machinery are to be depreciated by 5% and 20% respectively. Investment are taken over by retiring partner. Investment are taken over by retiring partner at rupees 15,000. So in this there are 2 points. First, can you see investment is coming how much? Investment is coming how much? 12,000. The first we need to increase. Investment is 12,000 and inventory is 1,30,000. Huh? There is some alignment mistake. Investment is 12,000 and inventory is 1,30,000. So first we need to increase investment by how much? What journal entry will do? Investment account debit to revaluation account by what amount? 3,000. Then it is taken by retiring partner. So who is the retiring partner? Mr. B. So what journal entry will do? B's capital account debit to investment. So investment will now not appear in the balance sheet. B has taken such investment as a partial payment. Yes, sir. Provision for 20% is to be made on trade receivable to cover doubtful debt. In the reconstituted firm, the total capital will be 2 lakh. Now you can see total capital has been given. So total capital is given. So it means case number 1 for proportionate capital. Case number 1 for proportionate capital, which will be contributed by Mr. A, Mr. C and Mr. D in new PSR, means it will be in proportion to new PSR. New PSR is given the question. So you can find out proportionate capital. Then any surplus deficit will be withdrawn or brought by the partners. The surplus fund, if any, is used for repayment of bank overdraft. Oh my god. So if they are saying any surplus fund, so that will be used for the payment of what? Bank overdraft. The amount due to retiring partner shall be transferred to his loan account. The amount due to retiring partners shall be transferred to his own account. So I will do this question only for point number 1 and point number 2. Otherwise, it was very simple question. So only this point number 1 and point number 2 is interesting. Apart from that, you can only do na. Means if this was not given, na, it was very simple. So they have just hit you with two simple information. So will you do or I will do? Let us do sath. Correct na? Whatever you will say, I will do. We are doing which question? First, can we do goodwill adjustment? If you permit. If you permit. Working note number 1. Goodwill adjustment table. What are the name of the partners? A, B, C, D. Anybody can? No, no. Anybody can do this question. Dance. Wah, re wah. You always think some other way. I think what in positive way. A, B, C, D means this question is easy. You can do it. Okay? Now, what is goodwill? OPSR 10 is to 6 is to 4. What was the amount of goodwill? 1 lakh na. It will be 50,000, 30,000 and 20,000. Now what is goodwill? New PSR is 2 is to 2 is to 1. It will be 40,000. Who retired? Amount of goodwill is 2 lakh. Who said 2 lakh? First, you should be very much sure about what you are saying, na? Then say. Before saying, first read 1 second. Same mistake you will do in exam. You can see in class so many mistakes we are doing. And whatever mistakes we are doing that are not conceptual mistake. Calculation mistake, wrong amount information, wrong nothing. What is this? Concentrate and before informing me, just you should be sure about that. Now what you are doing? I will change. We can do 2 lakh also. But you need to see. You need to be sure about that. Na? Are you said 2 lakh. I have not written 2 lakh. I went to the question. Na. So I am also making myself sure about that. Na? Please be careful. Be careful because high time now. High time. Huh? I will not bar will say about this. Now it is becoming your habit. A is what? Sacrifice. B is also what? Sacrifice. C is what? Gain. D is also what? Gain. So journal entry is what? B account debit. B account debit. C account debit. D account debit to A and B. Done. Now can we prepare revaluation account? Revaluation account. Whatever you will say, I will do. Chalega? Too fast. As you need to inform me. Batao. First is what? How much? Building. Increase or decrease? Building. How much decrease? 5%. It is 2 lakh into what? 5% is equal to 10,000. Then what? Plant and machinery also decrease. It is by how much percentage? 1,30,000 into 20% is equal to 26,000. Then furniture. investment will increase by investment how much? 3000. Then to provision for doubtful debt, what percentage? 20% of what? So 1,39,000 into 20% is equal to, so I think there is a loss. This loss will be transferred to partners capital account. It is A, B and C. In which ratio? So can you give me the total amount of loss? 60,800. Allocate. 30,000. 30,400. Then 18,240. Then 12,160. Then we'll prepare which account? Whatever you will say, I will do that only, huh? How many partners? 4 partners. Correct. बताओ. What is the opening balance? It is 80,000, 20,000, 30,000. Then first what we'll do? First goodwill. What is our journal entry? CD2, C account debit, D account debit to A and B. So on 2 A and B, C will be debited by how much? 2020 na? 2020, correct? 5 what? C and D. A will be how much? 10,000 and 30,000. Done. Simple. Whether anyone is bringing his share of goodwill, think this also. After goodwill adjustment table, what you should think? Whether any partner is bringing their share of goodwill? No. Whether any partner is withdrawing? No. So no journal entry for that. Is that may be also one point na? Whenever you are doing goodwill adjustment, think about that also. Correct? Then after goodwill what? So revaluation loss. So to revaluation loss how much? 30,400. Then 18,240. Then 12,160. Done. So goodwill we have done. Revaluation you have done. Then what? Any reserve and surplus appearing? Yes. So by reserve, in which ratio? OPSR. Can we allocate? 10,000, 6,000, 4,000. 4,000. Correct. Now it is given that C who will retire and his capital will be transferred to his. Acha, there is one more point. B has taken investment also na. So to investment, B has taken at what value? 15,000. Now B's capital will be transferred to B's loan. So how much B's loan? Can you give me? 22,760. Correct. Understood. Correct. Now what is the total capital given? So balance carried down will be 2 lakh of ACD in which ratio? New PSM is 2 is to 2 is to 1. So can we allocate 2 lakh in this ratio? Because they have given new capital now. It will be how much? How much? So can I say 80,000, 80,000 and 40,000? So now we can find out balancing figure and we can find out who will bring cash, whether how much A will bring, how much C will bring, and how much D will bring. This is balancing figure now. Have you understood what I have said? So 10,400, then 78,160. Who will bring? And D will bring how much? 60,000. Understood. Can I say this become balancing figure यहाँ पर? Correct. Now they have said that any surplus cash will be paid in. A surplus cash will be used for payment to bank overdraft. Means we need to open one bank account. Bank account. Correct. What is the opening balance given? What is the opening balance of bank? Hmm? Means overdraft. So it means you can see again if you say bank account only. Chalo. So bank account opening balance is nil. Correct now. How much cash is brought by A? A's capital account how much? 10,400. How much B is bringing? B is not bringing. How much C is bringing? 78,000. 78,160. And how much D is bringing? 60,000. Can I say this becomes surplus fund? This will be used to pay what? Bank overdraft. So how much bank overdraft? 44,000. What is the bank balance after payment? So by balance carried down how much? 1,04,560. Understood? Have you understood this point? Now we can prepare balance sheet. Correct. So can we prepare balance sheet? Balance sheet after balance sheet of which form? Dowell and company, correct? The land how much? No adjustment? 10,000. Building how much? After adjustment 1,90,000. Then plant and machinery how much? 1,04,000. Furniture how much? 43. Investment become nil. Investment become nil na? Inventory how much? 1 lakh. Any more asset? How much trade receivable? What is the gross amount? 1 lakh less what? Provision for doubtful debt how much? 27,800. What is the net amount? 111,200. I think all done. Bank balance how much? 1,04,560. Then capital. Capital A, C and D. It is 80,000, 80,000, 40,000 means 2 lakh. Correct na? Then there will be one loan na. Whose loan? B's loan. How much B's loan? 22,760. Then any more liability? What are the liability given? Long term. Long term debt how much? 3 lakh. Then trade payable no changes. How much trade payable? 1 lakh. देखो balance sheet will tally. But this question you could have done by your own, na? Done. Simple. Any doubt? No doubt. Is you can see from admission retirement we are doing same thing only. No changes. No changing concept, huh? Correct. Let me take one more question. Illustration number 6. Only we are doing practice, nothing more than that. Correct. We are doing more and more practice in class only. Mr. X is a partnership firm ABC sharing profit and losses 3 is to 2 is to 5. If you say then I will ignore also. If you say sir we can do so I'll ignore. Balance is given. It was mutually agreed that B will retire and in his place D will be admitted. Similar question. For this purpose following adjustment. Goodwill of the firm is valued at 2 lakh. Same question. No? Building and plant and machinery are to value 90%, 85%. Investment are to taken by retiring partner at 25,000. Trade receivable consider good only 90% up to 90% means 10% provision. Balance be considered as bad. That what they are saying balance is considered as bad only means that become bad debtor. There is no need to create provision. Directly reduce what? Trade receivable. Directly reduce trade receivable means journal entry is what revaluation account debit to trade receivable. In the reconsider from the total capital, similar question. I think you can do by your own. A similar question. Same to same question. What I will do? You will do it by your own homework. Come to next question. Illustration number 7. This is a question of joint life policy. Joint life policy I will do at the end. There is one concept JLP. JLP I will do at the end. Okay. JLP. This is also question of JLP. JLP I will do at the end. Joint life policy I will do at the end. चलेगा? Correct. With the concept of JLP I will give at the end. Accounting treatment of JLP. But again, JLP means what? Joint life policy. I will explain detail at the end. What is the accounting treatment? Sometimes they ask a specific question on JLP. Correct? Understood? But can you suppose you have paid one insurance and you have taken insurance policy on the life of each partner on a jointly basis. That is known as joint life policy. For example, I will take policy on my life. You will take policy on your life. This is my life policy. That is your life policy. Correct now. But sometimes what happens, because we are partners, what will say we will take policy on joint life. If any one partner dies, then insurance company will pay. So it is beneficial for the firm now. Means if suppose there are three partners, if they have taken individual policy, suppose A's policies individually, B's policies individually, C's policies individually. Correct? So they are paying premium 3 times. Correct? Now if C died, so only his policy is mature. Correct? Means A's policy and B's policy will not be matured. You know about life policies na? Detailed discussion I will do at the end. थोड़ा थोड़ा बता रहा हूँ. But suppose if I have taken joint life policy, the first one premium only, and if any partner dies, entire policy become mature. So which one is beneficial for partnership firm? And therefore, in case of partnership firm, there is a concept of joint life policies. Correct? But बाद में कर लेंगे. But can you see if JLP is coming in the balance sheet? It is an asset only. It is just like an investment done in insurance company. Correct. That is known as what? Investment. One type of investment. Correct. And they may give their current value. If they have given current value, we'll do revaluation. Correct now. So one question let us take. ABC are partnership sharing profit and losses in the ratio of 5:3:2. The balance sheet of the firm is given. Capital account ABC, bank loan, trade payable, sundry fixed asset, inventory, trade receiver, joint life policy. Correct? Don't panic. Don't panic. Means what I want to say, even though you don't know, you can do. I have not taken the concept of GLP now. Correct now. With only I have just given what? One small concept, what is the meaning of life policies. But is there any need to panic? If JLP is coming in the asset side of balance sheet, it is as simple as asset. It is as simple as asset. So JLP is coming in asset side. Correct? Will you panic? No, you will not panic. Correct? Bang. On 1/1/2000, A want to retire. B and C agree to continue 2:1. JLP was taken on 1/1/2014, is some year before, for rupees 1 lakh, and his surrender value as on 31st/12/2019 is 25,000. So current value is known as what? Surrender value. So as on the date of retirement, what is the value? You will take 1 lakh, it for 25,000. 25,000 is the surrender value. And what is the maturity value? 1 lakh. Maturity value will come either on the death or on the expiry of period, whichever is earlier. So 1 lakh is Bakwas point. This 1 lakh will come into play when there is death. Death is coming soon. Abhi to we are into retirement na. Correct now. We will think only about surrender value. We will not think about policy amount. Policy amount means matured amount. Correct? Death is coming soon. Okay? So can I say this is Bakwas? Kata laga. Surrender value is 25,000. What is the value given? 20,000. You will increase it by how much? 5,000. Through which account? Revaluation account. Now, if just try to understand, if you do not want to use revaluation account, you can also revalue through partners capital account. Which partners? Old partners or new partner? Old partners means, can I say we can also pass this journal entry asset account debit to partners capital account in OPSR? Means instead of using revaluation account, we can do revaluation directly through which account? Partners capital account. Correct now. For example, decrease in the asset, what will do? Old partners capital account debit to asset. Directly also we can do. So sometimes for GLP they use only what? Through partners capital account. But can you say we can do through revaluation account also? Are you able to understand? Yes, sir. For the purpose of A's retirement, goodwill was raised for 1 lakh. Sundry fixed asset was revalued for rupees 1,10,000. Was revalued for 1,10,000. But BNC did not prefer to show such increase in the asset in the balance. Oh, अच्छा, ये बात. It means what? Memorandum revaluation account. Understood? मजा आया? Also, they agreed to bring necessary cash to discharge 50% of A's claim to make bank balance 25,000 and to make their capital proportionate. So necessary cash will be brought so that the bank balance become how much? 25,000 and to make their capital proportionate. So you can see bank balance is given, means you can find out total capital. You can find out total capital now. Are you able to understand? अरे बोलना रे. You can find out total capital. Prepare necessary journal entries. You want journal entries or you want accounts? Journal entries are difficult sometimes. Practice journal entry also na. You'll practice account. They ask journal entry, then what will do? You'll find difficulty na. What is difficult? That you should practice more. But we always think about easier way. But ICI knows where you are finding difficulty. Now you practice 90% question ledger account. They ask journal entry. Correct. Now there is one chapter in internal reconstruction. There is one chapter you'll what happened in that chapter. All the question initially was given based on journal entries. We normally that chapter means journal entry. We teach journal entries only. Are you getting? We'll teach journal entries. Means all questions were of journal entries. There was no question asked for ledger account. Suddenly CA enter they ask ledger account. Now student will not read na. Required to they will never read. What is the requirement? They will never read. Acha, internal because they started journal entry. 60 marks. Question become 0 marks. ICI sometimes play with your mind. It's totally mind game. Understood? It was very simple question. If you know journal entry, you can prepare ledger account. But what was our habit? तो जैसे क्वेश्चन आया we started this internal reconciliation start कर दो. Journal entry there was 7-8 journal entry. They started journal entry. And कौन पढ़ता है? What is the requirement? Anyone will read? No. So it is only a mind game. Understood now? Means ICI want that who should become CA? The person who has common sense first. First quality common sense. Are you getting? Because every person cannot be intellectual, but every person may have common sense. Means even though suppose you are not intellectual, but you might have common sense. So first you should have common sense. Second, you should have presence of mind. Presence of mind means how to deal in difficult situations. So you should have presence of mind. Correct now. And third, ability to work in worst situation. Whether you can work in the worst circumstances. These three quality they check where in exam. Understood? Normally they will not check your knowledge. हो जाएगा knowledge यार. Knowledge means what? If you are doing account, if you came from CA foundation to CA inter to CA final, means हो गया तो you are more than enough. But then also they want to filter. They want to take out of you the best people. Who is the best among you? Are you getting what I am saying? So suppose you know each and everything, but you do not have presence of mind. You will not be able to perform in exam. If you can't apply common sense in that situation, you will not be able to perform in exam. Are you getting? Normally, what they will do out of they will give very simple question, but question number one they will give complicate. And we read question number one, will die there only. Someone will to faint also. Correct na? Understood na? I said good, 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 good. Correct na? This normally they will play with your mind. They will play with your mind. Correct na? Normally what happen? We have lot of expectations. Now suppose you have done hard work. So your expectation will be high. Suppose your expectation is that in account you are going to score 90 marks. Are you getting? So your expectation is high. Question number one out of syllabus. What you will do? You will cry na. Because your expectation is high. Now you are not able to score 90. अरे बोलना रे. So you will what? Panic. Once you panic, then simple question you are not able to write now. After question number one, all other questions are easy. That you are not able to concentrate na. अरे भाई question if you are just trying to if you are expecting 90 means you are very good student. Now just try to understand what will happen to those students who are expecting 60. If you are into panic situation, so they will die. अरे बोलना रे. Are you able to? They are just playing. If you are expecting 90, so can you score 90? Just think that. Can you perform in the exam? Can you perform in the worst circumstances? They will give some one question tricky out of syllabus. तो जितना रोना है. You want to fight? Na fight. Because this is out of syllabus from everyone na. अरे बोलना for everyone, not for you. So why you are panic? To question number two, this is presence of mind. And in question number one also, the first para will be out of syllabus. Others will be what? Everything no, but you read first para and your chehra like your space become like this. They will play with your mind. Normally in foundation level they will not play with your mind normally. But I will say you should have a habit of that. In foundation level they will not play with your mind. In foundation level so with question paper only filtration is done. But in the CA final they will play with your mind. Are you getting? So CA is not a difficult exam once you have understood what is the requirement. So they will try to kill you. And if the worst paper, so just try to understand it's worst paper for everyone, not for you. Simple thing na. Means you need to perform in the worst circumstances. Do whatever you know. Even though you don't know, do it. We just try to understand. If you don't know swimming and you suppose went to what a river and you started swimming, what you'll do? You came into the middle of the river. Now there is no other people. What you'll do? What you'll do? You'll do like this, na? Because I don't know swimming. Correct, na? I will do, na? I want to save my life. I need to save my life, na? अरे बोल ना, someone is waiting for me. अरे बोल ना रे. So I will try to put my all the efforts. That is what you need to understand. You went to the exam hall, don't cry. Don't cry, perform. Performance is required. If you cry, then you will die. The first lesson of life I am just giving, in worst circumstances, don't panic. Don't ever panic. If you panic, so you will never come back. You will never come back. Understood? And this situation will come. In one of the exam will come. In this CA foundation is going to come. Either it will be with accounts or mathematics or economics, whatever. It is going to come. It may be with law also. Agree? Understood? Correct? So this situation is going to come. Be relaxed. First thing to relax and start करो. It does not mean don't study, huh? When I am saying relax means don't panic. Don't panic. Correct? Everyone has the ability to pass, but everyone is not going to pass. That is also clear. I am saying from the first day. Everyone has potential to pass right now, but everyone will not pass. That is also one fact. Now you decide who is going to pass. You decide na. If you want to surrender, surrender. If you do not want to surrender, you have only one option, that is to pass. Got it? Are you getting correct? Understood? So right now, even though you are thinking CA is complicated, what I am saying, just try to understand. In this situation, अभी तो we have done 80% of syllabus. One fact I am saying, मेरी बात समझ लो. अगर आपको लगता है कि CA is complicated, I will say leave it right now. Don't waste your time. You are wasting your time. If you are thinking CA is complicated, अगर ये मन में आ रहा है ना CA is complicated, then you are wasting your time. Go do some other course better. Because if you are thinking CA is complicated, then why you are doing? Why you are coming to the class? Don't come. Simple ना. अरे बोलना रे. If you are only saying CA is complicated after doing 80% syllabus, then you are wasting your time, because if you pass also na, your life is going to be ruined in CA Inter. You will die in CA Inter. भूल से पास भी हो जाते हो ना, आपको हम बर्बाद कर देंगे in CA Inter. Understood what I am saying? If you are thinking CA is complicated right now, I will say quit right now without giving exam. But once you pass, there is no other option. Na? Come to CA Inter, मजा आएगा. Understood? So anyone who is thinking right now CA is complicated, if you are thinking, you will not say right now to me, I know. But one suggestion I am giving, this is my personal suggestion, correct? Because if you are thinking CA is complicated, or sometime in your mind it is coming that I will not be able to do, just quit. There is other options available in life. There are many options available ना. अरे बोलना रे. So this is my suggestion, because I know sometime what happen, we do CA foundation, CA foundation, CA foundation, CA foundation. Correct na? But we are not doing as per the requirement of ICA. So you are wasting your time na? You are wasting your time. Got it? Correct? Is it coming in your mind? Coming in your mind कि CA is complicated? Or we are not made for CA? हाँ भूल से आ गया, अरे कहाँ फंस गया. If this is coming in your mind, अरे कहाँ, means you are coming in the class only because you are paid fees. So you want to recover the fees by increasing the electricity bill in the class. So that is the objective. So you are wasting your time. That I am saying. Correct na? That is the objective. So you are wasting your time. Better do some easy course. There are many other courses which you can do easily. Chalo. Let us come to one more question. This question already we have read na? What was the interesting point in this? I forgot. The joint life policy. So joint life policy I have already said. Will you do by your own? Joint life policy, let's see what ICA has done, whether through partners capital account. अच्छा journal entry तो I will do. JLP they have done from partners capital account or what? अच्छा they have done with what that? Because nothing will be raised ना. चलो I will do this question. चलो बताओ. So in this question nothing will be changed, because they said also they agreed that BNC did not prefer to show increase in asset in the balance sheet. Nothing will be changed in the balance sheet. Means memorandum revaluation account. I said that either you will use memorandum revaluation account, or we can use one single journal entry. Remember, means either you can prepare memorandum revaluation account, but if question does not require memorandum revaluation account, you can pass one single journal entry, gaining partners to sacrificing partner, as we do for what? Goodwill. So can we start from the beginning? So write down working note number 1. We are doing illustration number 9. First we'll prepare calculation of a revaluation profit or loss. So the how much increase in JLP? How much increase in JLP? 5,000. There is one more asset na? Sundry fixed asset increase or decrease? So increase na. Increase in fixed asset by how much? 30,000. So total increase become 35,000. Understood? So can you see this become revaluation profit? Working note number 2. Revaluation profit adjustment. We will do the adjustment of revaluation profit through partners capital account. So how many partners? 3 partners. Who are the 3 partners? A, B and C. Who retired? A retired. So can you see? First we'll do revaluation profit in OPSR. What is OPSR? How much? So 5 is to 3 is to 2. Can you do revaluation profit? 17,500. 10. 10,500. Then 7,000. Then what is new PSR? New PSR 2 is to 1 given na. So A retired. Can you allocate? $23,033. Then 11,667. So can you say A is sacrificing how much? 17,500. How much? PNC gaining 12,833 and 4,600. So can you see this will be debited, this will be debited, this will be created. Similarly, we'll do working note number 3 for goodwill. So can you give me goodwill adjustment table? Correct. Same we'll do A, B and C. First, can you give me in 5 is to 3 is to they have given goodwill amount also na? 1 lakh. Any goodwill appearing in the balance sheet also? No. So can you allocate first? It is 1 lakh na. So 50,000, 30,000 and 20,000. Then ratio is what? 2 is to 1. Allocate 66,667 and 33,333. So once again, how much sacrifice? 50,000 sacrifice. How much gain? 36,667 and 13,333. This will be debited, this will be debited, and this will be credited. Now we can pass journal entry. We can pass journal entry. So first we'll do journal entry for goodwill adjustment. What is journal entry? Fees, capital account debit, 36,667. Fees, capital account debit, it is 13,333. To what? A's capital account, how much? Write on that is being goodwill adjusted. Being amount of goodwill adjusted through partners capital account. If you want to write on long lines. Narration you can add on by your own. Then we'll do adjustment of revaluation profit. Same journal entry. Fees capital account how much? How much? 12,833. Fees capital account how much? 4,667 na. To A's capital account how much? 17,500. Understood? Being revaluation profit adjusted. Being revaluation profit adjusted. This journal entry when they do not want to change the value of asset in the balance sheet. Correct. Any more journal entry will come. Check kar lo ek baar. We have done all. Only we need to now pass journal entry for what? Retirement, payment and bringing cash. For that we need to prepare partners capital account. To leave some space for what? Journal entry. Prepay in working note partners capital account. Whether they have asked to prepay partners capital account also. They have not asked na. So it will be a part of working note. So we can prepare partners capital account. A, B and C. A, B and C. What is the opening balance? 50,000, 40,000, 30,000. Acha, any reserve appearing in the balance sheet? No. So for that no journal entry. Then first we'll do the first journal entry. We have done BC to A na. So to A, what is the amount? First journal entry. Debit 36,000. 36,667. This is how much? Then once again keep 2A. The second journal entry. 12833. Then buy PNC. A में 50,000 ना. And buy PNC 17,500. Are you able to understand what I am doing? Correct. Now what they want to say, that they want to make proportionate capital. First, they said also they agree to bring necessary cash to discharge 50% of A's claim. So first let us pay to what? We'll pay now. So can we say to cash or bank? 50%? To cash or bank. So it is 50 plus 50 plus 17,500. How much it is coming? 117,500 divided by 2. It means how much payment done? And balance will be transferred to his. Nothing is given. It will be transferred to his loan account. 58,750. Understood? Now what they want to say, that they want to make the capital proportionate. It means we need to find out total capital. I said always retirement. Case 1 will be applied. Remember? So we'll do next working note. Calculation of proportionate capital. Batao. Can you give me all asset without changes in the value, because they don't want to change the value. How much fixed asset without change in the value na? Fixed asset how much? 80,000. Then inventory how much? 50. Then how much? Then joint life policy how much? 20 na. Then Bank, what is the closing balance they have given? 25,000. This be careful, huh? Then can you give me one by one liabilities? Trade payable, how much? 30. And now there will be one more liability. Huh? Bank loan is there. Bank loan, how much? Is apart from that, there is one more liability. Bank loan is how much? 40. One more liability will come now. What? Age loan will also come. Age loan, how much? 58,750. So what is the total capital of new firm? Total capital after age retirement. 6. How much? 61,250. 76,250. This will be allocated to B and C in which ratio? In new PSR. So NPSR is equal to 2 is to 1. So can you allocate capital? How much capital will come? ऐसा आ रहा है ऐसा 50,833. Then when this type of amount will come ना लगता गलत कर रहे हैं. How much? 25,017. They are doing some mistake or what? Correct. Let's see. Hope for best. This you have understood this calculation because similar question we have done previously. I think no explanation required. We will do two balance what? Two balance carried down. How much? This is nil. This is how much? How much came? And this is how much? 217. Can you calculate the balancing figure? By cash or bank? How much B is bringing? How much C is bringing? How much? 60,333. Then 13,417. Correct. So guys, we need to pass two journal entry. One journal entry for this and one journal entry for this. Correct. So can we do? First B and C will bring cash. You have left space now. So how much cash brought by B and C? Total cash brought by B and C? 70. How much B? How much C? Then we'll do payment to whom? So A's account debit to cash or bank to what? A's loan also. So how much total amount of A's? How much cash? How much loan? Done. Have you understood the solution? Means can I say for the third and fourth we require partners capital account na? Without partners capital account we cannot find out how much A need to pay and how much cash need to brought by B and C. So for that what is required? Partners capital account as a working note is required. Have you understood the entire thing? Correct. Check the answer whether we have done correct. Acha, they have done one journal entry with what? Goodwill and revaluation profit. So they have combined goodwill and revaluation profit. We could have done because same journal entry na. You can see what is the total B debit we have done. Total B with two journal entry. What is the total? We have done first, second journal entry na. What is the total B debited? Total C debited and total A is credited. Correct only. This is also correct and this is also correct. Super, super, super na. I am also doing for the first time. New question given in ICS study material. But if you go through the concept, you can do it na. We are going through the concepts. Same to same journal entry without change in the asset value. Balance sheet will remain same. Balance sheet you can draw because already we have written all asset, all liability, all capital. Balance sheet you can draw. Good question. I done MRQ. This type of question you need to identify by your own. Good question because थोड़ा सा interesting. I done MRQ. Must revise question before exam. Ten homework. Illustration number 10 homework. In this question you need to calculate what? Goodwill. You can do it now. Easy only. You can calculate. Next question also homework. You can do it. Any doubt I will do it. Let us do this question. Question number 1. One more question for practice. Question number 1. The last question for retirement. Then all other question will be your homework. Okay? They will come to death. चलेगा? चलो. On 31st March 2020, the balance sheet of Messrs. Ram Rao Rohit. You will do this question by your own. You want to try? Only one information I need to help you in this question. What is that information? You will do, I will do, or both will do. Both color because time we have less. You will only maximum thing you will do. Capital Ram Rao Rohit RRR land and building machinery closing stock debtor cash and bank balance. Correct. On 31st March 2020, Ram desired to retire from the firm and remaining partner decided to carry on. It was decided to revalue asset. Okay. Land and building. Okay. Machinery. Okay. Closing stock. Okay. Provision. Okay. All credit balance of certificate 10,000 written off means decrease. Means decrease creditor na. Written off means decrease it. Write off means cancel it. JLP of partner surrender and cash obtained. Surrender means surrender value is what? You can see JLP is not appearing in the balance sheet. So it means JLP value is nil. But right now what is the surrender value? Means you need to increase by what? 60,000. So what journal entry you will do? JLP account debit to revaluation account. How much? 60,000. Now it was realized also means cash obtained. So what journal entry? Cash account debit to JLP. This is only new point. Detailed discussion at the end. Till now JLP we have not done discussion, but we are able to understand now. We are able to understand or not? Means even though we have not understood, JLP accounting treatment till now. We have not done discussion, but we are able to understand what is requirement in this retirement. So JLP will increase. The JLP value is coming nil. Will increase by what? To the extent of surrender value. So what generate is JLP account debit to revaluation account. Then JLP becomes 60 and cash obtained. What journal entry? Cash account debit to JLP. Then goodwill of the entire firm is itna and the Ram share of goodwill be adjusted in the account of Rahul. Thank you very much. No goodwill account. Thank you very much. The total capital of firm is to be same as before retirement. Means total capital remains same. Individual capital be in their profit sharing ratio. What is total capital of firm is to be same as before retirement. Means capital remains same. There is no change in capital. Individual capital be in their PSR, means proportionate capital. You can see now in every question they are asking proportionate capital. Amount due to Ram is to be settled on the following basis: 50% retirement and balance 50% within 1 year. Means 50% will be transferred to his loan account. Prepare revaluation account, capital account, Rahul Rohit, loan account of Ram, cash account balance. So of course I think you can do it. Entire question you can do it. You will do, I will do. Your homework. Huh? Because if I will take then only this question will be done. Want to do as homework? You can save some time. Because I think you can do. Karlo, you are not able to do that. I am there only na. So homework because I think easy. हो गया बहुत हो गया बहुत हो गया ना easy correct. Now let us come to what that कुछ नया start करें correct ना. Yes sir. So let us start what death death of a partner. We can start with the question also. Other question you try, huh? So unit number 4 also completed. Now we'll come to unit number 5. So can I say in case of death, what will happen? Can I say in case of death, what will happen? Can I say the difference between retirement and death is that retiring partner is available. The deceased partner is not available. So his nominee is available. So what will happen in case of death? If the amount is not paid immediately, so his balance will be transferred to his nominee account. So in this chapter that nominee will be known as executor account. So we'll say if the deceased partner is not paid immediately, so we'll say deceased partner's capital account debit to his executor account. It's as simple as loan account. Instead of loan account now we are using executor account. There is no much difference. Correct? Okay, so all other concept remain same. Only one difficulty will come. What is the difficulty? Normally when we say admission retirement, these are planned. Retirement is planned. Admission is planned. But death is not planned. Means normally admission retirement happen on year end. Means it can also happen at mid of the year also. But normally because it is planned, so we do planning at year end only. And normally you can see all the question of admission retirement, whatever we have done that was at year end only. But that is not planned. It may happen at any point of time. Correct now. So it will not give now on 31st March we died. Correct now. So they will make a suitable question. It is quite possible. Everyone just try to understand. See what can be a possible situation. See, it might happen. They have given this is the date of what? Death. Are you getting what I am saying? So can I say if suppose they have given this balance sheet date, this is the balance sheet date. So can I say and this is one accounting year. One accounting year. So suppose A, B, C were partners and C died. So now A, B. So one thing is clear that this profit belong to whom? A, B and C. And this profit belong to whom? A, B in new PSR. Correct. Now on the date of death, do you know the profit of entire year? No. So can I say it means because trial balance is not yet prepared, you don't know what is the profit. Suppose this is 6 months, so you don't know what is the profit of this 6 months. It means can I say this profit belong to C's executor. So we need to calculate that profit. So only to find out the amount of balance due to C's executor, we need to estimate the profit of this year. Sorry, we need to estimate the profit of this 6 months. So when we estimate, to estimation may be done based on past year profit, or some information may be given in the question to estimate the profit of this 6 months. Means suppose we estimated profit of this 6 months is 3 lakh. Quite possible we estimated. And suppose this is 1 is to 1 is to 1. So one third belong to whom? See, this is 3 lakh of 6 months. This 3 lakh of 6 months we estimated. So 1 lakh has been credited to whom? C is the executor account, but not to A and B. A and B will be credited at the end only now. So what we'll do? We'll use one special account that is known as PL suspense account, Bakavas account. Correct. PL suspense account. Because can I say till now we have not prepared PL appropriation account, but we need to pass one journal entry. So we'll use one special account known as what PL suspense account, and we'll pass one journal entry PL suspense account debit to C is the executor. I'll give everything in writing. Don't worry. Don't worry. पहले समझ तो ले. So can I this extra thing is happening? Extra. And can I say because up to this balance sheet date all interest has been credited, all salary has been also given, but can I say for this 6 month interest on capital has not been given, salary has not been provided. To can I say to work out the amount due to C, we need to also give interest on capital as per agreement. If agreement is silent, then as per act. Salary will be also provided to C as per agreement. Correct now. Means everything will be done as per agreement. Correct. So for 6 months we need to also calculate interest on capital, etc., etc., etc. Means interest on drawing also may be there, and then we can find out amount of balance due to C's executor. Understood? Now this much have you understood? Balance I will discuss. This much you understood? So only one special account, PL suspense account. Correct. Let us do one question without wasting your time. I'll give everything in writing. And if Jet died on 31st December and balance sheet is देखो 31st March, हो गया? Understood? In this question, so let us do illustration number 1. The following was the balance sheet of Om and Company. Who is Om and Company? Okay, sir. In which XYZ were partners sharing profit and loss in the ratio 1 is to 2 is to 2. Okay. As on 31st March 2019. You can see balance sheet has given as on 31st March 2019. But Jet died after what? After how many months? Is after na? After 9 months of this balance sheet date. So it means 9 month information should be also worked out. His account has to be settled under the following terms. You can see goodwill is also appearing in the balance sheet. Correct. Goodwill appearing in the balance sheet as on 31st March 2020. Goodwill appearing in the balance sheet on 31st March 2020 as it was 90. Okay. करते हैं बताओ. Confusing us ना. Goodwill appearing in the balance sheet on 31st March 2019 as it was purchased goodwill. Goodwill is to be calculated at a rate of 2 years purchase on the basis of average of 3-year profit and losses. So 3-year profit and losses. The profit and losses for the 3 year were detailed as below. You can see they have given profit as on 31st March 2019, 18, 17. We can use this profit to calculate new goodwill. Profit for the period from 1/4/2019 to 31st 12/2019 shall be ascertained proportionately on the basis of average profit and loss of the preceding 3 years. Means they have given one information to estimate the profit of 9 months, because 9 month profit will be also credited to who died? Jad died. So Jad executor. During the year ending 31st March 2019, a car costing rupees 40,000 was purchased on 1/4/2018 and debited to travelling expense account, on which depreciation is to be calculated at a rate of 20% per annum. Nalayak accountant. So means this profit need to be rectified. Bole yes or no? This asset is to be brought into account at depreciated value. Of course, we'll bring it, but after rectification. So can you see this is not revaluation, this is rectification. Revaluation is different, rectification is different. Rectification is done through PL adjustment account. Revaluation is done through a revaluation account. Correct? We will do rectification. Chalega? Other value of asset were agreed as value. Inventory itna, building itna, computer itna, investment itna, trade. So this is for revaluation. This is revaluation. Correct? Yes, sir. Required. Calculate goodwill and jet share in the profit of the firm for the period 1/4/2019, 31st/12/2019. Means they have asked you to calculate goodwill and jet share in the profit for that 9 months. Prepare revaluation account assuming that other item of assets and liabilities remain same. Assuming that other item of assets and liability remains same. Assuming means other item. Other item is apart from this. Other item remains same. Correct? It does not mean they want to show all item at same value. If they are saying apart from this item, other item remain same. Prepare partners capital account and balance sheet of home and company. What do you think? Difficult? Difficulty any? What do you think? Means we are doing the first question for that without any concept, without any new concept now. Only one thing I have introduced in your life, PL suspense account. Apart from that, nothing new. Nothing new. Can we do? One by one. We are doing unit number 5. Illustration number first is what? Calculation of goodwill. How many year they have given? 3 years. They have given which year? Start from the first year. 16, 17, 17, 18, 18, 19. How much profit or loss given? First year loss how much? 10,000. Then 30. Then they one rectification. What they have done during the year ended 31st March, a car costing rupees 40,000 which was purchased on 1/4/2018. It was purchased on which year? This year only. Last year. It was debited to travelling expense account. So what journal entry you will do? What rectification entry you will do? Car account debit to PL adjustment account. But can we need to also consider depreciation of that year? So depreciation of 40,000 from the beginning. So 40,000 depreciated at what rate? 20%. So 20% is how much? 8,000. So it become how much? 32,000. So can we pass one journal entry with net amount? We need to increase car by 32. So car account debit to PL adjustment account. The profit will increase. Profit will increase by how much? 32,000. Have you understood this point? Bold day. Madam. Plus or minus? Plus or minus? Car wrongly debited to PL. It is 40,000 minus, or you can do 2. Either you can do in this way, plus 40 minus 8 also. But both in the same year, now the better do 40 minus 8. Correct? So how much? 32,000. Correct. So this become what? 10,000 loss, 20,000 profit, and how much? 62,000 what? Loss. Sorry, profit. So this become adjusted profit. Adjusted profit. Correct. Now, understood. So can we calculate simple average or weighted average? Simple average or weighted average? Why simple average? Why not weighted average? Huh? Huh? ट्रेंड तो है देखो increasing only ना, but increasing only na. But whenever there is a loss, we'll always use average, simple average. We'll not go for weighted average. Otherwise, it will become sort of complicated. Whenever there is loss, we'll use what? So can you give me simple average profit? How much? This total is how much? Total is what? 72,000 divided by 3 is equal to, what is the number of year purchase given? Number of year purchase given how much? 2 year. So is equal to what? 48,000. First answer you got. Goodwill amount. First answer you got 48,000. Correct. What was the requirement? First was the requirement goodwill amount na. So point number 1 ka point number A we have done. This is point number 1. Correct. Now they have also asked, in this only, they have also asked, is sharing profit for the 9 month based on the average profit of last 3 years. Madam, is sharing profit. अरे यार Z लिख ले, लास्ट वाला गया ना, ठीक तो है. Now Z sharing profit from which date to which date? 1st April 2019 to, based on which profit? Average profit. Average profit na. What is the average profit? This is for entire year. So first we will do 9 by 12. This average profit is for 12 months na. First we will do 9 by 12. Then multiply by share of profit of Z. What is the PSR? PSR is what? 1 is to 2 is to 2. Means 2 by 5. How much it is coming? 7,200. Done. Correct? Yes, sir. Understood. Simple. Now you will prepare revaluation account. Revaluation account you will prepare, I will prepare. Revaluation account you will prepare. So prepare fast. This is point number 2 na. हाँ डन बताओ डेबिट साइड में व्हाट यू हैव रिटर्न टू इन्वेंटरी हाउ मच देन then 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 XYZ how much 3000 total now one of my suggestion will be what whenever there is rectification now also prepare one account PL adjustment account otherwise you'll forget there was one rectification correct now so even though they have not asked can we prepare PL adjustment account so what journal entry we have done car account debit to PL adjustment account the buy car how much 32,000 this become profit will be allocated to all partner in OPSR so two partners capital account X Y and Z can you see me 6,400 now I'll prepare what partners capital account whatever you will say I will write down huh बोलो first is what opening balance how much 40,000 40 80 80 the next is what buy car means always think from what chalo you want to like to buy PL adjustment you can say car don't say PL adjustment buy PL adjustment now how much 6,400 6,400 12,800 12,800 then two revaluation how much then what buy reserve 8,000 866 6,000 6,000 12,000 12,000 then बाई कार कितने में करोगे बाई कार goodwill whether any goodwill is appearing in the balance sheet what you will do it is given to write off whether it is given to write off huh it is not given to write off huh So as per ICA solution, they are assuming that even though not given, they are writing off. To be write off. I'll change the note. So as per ICA solution, if nothing is given, then also they are writing off. Okay. Write off. To goodwill, how much? 6,000, 12,000, 12,000. Then what? Then what? अरे बोलो. You'll do goodwill adjustment table. That you do na. Same rules. Rules does not change. Only one changes PL suspense account. Apart from that, rules remain same. Goodwill adjustment table. Why you are thinking? That is not a different case. Whatever you have done there, same thing will be applied. So there you have done goodwill adjustment table. What you are thinking? Prepare goodwill adjustment table. Don't think much, huh? If OPSR is not new PSI is not given, it will be same as OPSR. To Z na. How much X debit? X account debit you said na. Bolo. Z is sacrificing na. So outgoing partner will always sacrifice. Bolo. 4,000. Your sound is decreasing, huh? You don't have confidence then. 4,000, 8,000. Bolo. Oh my God. Goodwill adjustment table. You are doing mistake. Huh? What you are doing? X, Y, Z. ऐसे लिखो X, then write down Y, then write down Z. इधर देख. First write down X, then write down Y, then write down Z. What is OPSR? 1 is to 2 is to 2. What is the new value of goodwill? Already we calculated. What is the new value of goodwill? I am asking you. Muskan, I am asking you. What is the new value of goodwill? Point number 1 we have done. You have done with what? Hmm? You have done with what? Give one slap. Give one slap to yourself. Give na re. I will come and give, huh? ऐसे दे दे. नालायक. मान नालायक. Always goodwill adjustment is done through new value. Whatever is appearing in the balance sheet, that is old value. Correct na? So 48,000 allocate. 9,000. Then what is new PSR? 1 is to 2. Allocate 16,000, 32,000. बताओ. How much Z sacrifice? How much X gain? 6,000. How much Y is gain? Correct. X, Y 2. Z. Correct? XY to Z. X debited how much? 6,400. Y how much? 12,800. By X and Y. How much? So this much, so you can see it was same to same. It was same to same. This was same to same, no changes. Only one thing will change. यहाँ पे we write down by what? PL suspense account. Only for what? Z. Why only for Z? Because we are here to find out his amount due to his executor. So only for Z we write down PL suspense account on estimated basis. Can I say X and Y will be given on actual basis? Are you getting this point? Have you understood? Already we calculated that amount. What amount is there? 7,200. Understood? Only this is the change. All other points are same. All other points remain same. You can see. Only one changes PL suspense account. Correct. 2. Can you now find out what is the amount due to Z's executor? What amount is due to Z executor? 1,12,000. If it is paid, okay. If it not paid, it will come in balance sheet. And can you give me what is the balance carried down? Whether they have given proportionate capital wala point? I think not given. So can you give me X and Y amount of capital balance? Hmm? 36,000 and 70. Okay. So I think only one difference. PL suspense account. Apart from that, everything remains same. Correct. Now prepare balance sheet. Then we'll go home. चलेगा? बताओ. One by one all asset at new value. Building how much? 1 lakh. New value na. Then car. You want to write down car first. Car. Only one car is there na. 32,000. Then computer how much? 50. Then what? Inventory how much? 16. Then what? Trade receivable how much? 20,000. Then what? Investment how much? 6,000. Then what? Cash. There is no payment in cash. Nothing cash is coming in also. How much cash balance remains same? 20. 20,000. Then come to what? Capital. So capital now we write on X how much, Y how much? 36,000 and 72,000 total. Exactly 1 lakh. 1 lakh. Then one account will come Jets executor account. How much? Then any liabilities given. How much? Any more liability? Bank loan how much? Now, only one more account will come. What journal entry we have done for sharing profit for 9 months? I have given you the journal entry now. PL suspense account debit to. We have done one journal entry for 9 months sharing profit now. PL suspense account debit to Z capital account. Okay, PL suspense account is having debit balance which is not yet distributed to all partners. Means that will be also distributed to all partners. So it means PL suspense account is having debit balance. So that will also come in the balance sheet till year end come. So once year end will come, so it will be automatically adjusted with PL appropriation account. Means at year end once again will pass one journal entry PL appropriation to PL suspense. Because PL appropriation we prepare at the end. So right now we can't prepare PL appropriation account. So this PL suspense account is a temporary account. For the time being we prepare what? PL appropriation account. So once we prepare PL appropriation account, PL suspense account will be closed by transfer to PL appropriation account. But for the time being it is not closed. If it is not closed, it will come in balance sheet. Having debit balance means in the asset side of the balance sheet. Write on PL suspense account. How much? 7,200. Just give star mark. In the next class, we'll give one note on this. Balance sheet will tell you. Understood? So what I want to miss, I want to inform you with this question. Entire concept remains same. Nothing new. Only one PL suspense account change now. Apart from that entire concept, new PSR, goodwill adjustment, revaluation, reserve and surplus, everything remain same. So that is not a complicated concept now. But normally I have seen students find difficulty in that. If they have given some good questions. Why? Because that will happen at the mid of the year. Because of that reason some difficulty may arise. So we need to practice a lot of questions for that. Have you understood this point? Up to retirement, I hope now you are confident. Means if question is coming for admission retirement or admission retirement together also, then also you are not what in a difficult situation. Comfortable level, you are now comfortable, correct? That will take more question for practice, but you change one note which I have given in last class. We'll go as per ICI. I don't want to change the rule. In last class I have given one note. This note. If any goodwill is appearing in the balance sheet, such goodwill will be always purchase goodwill. If question is silent about such goodwill will remain no. इसको change कर दो. If question is silent about such goodwill will be written off among old partner in OPSR. If such question is silent about such goodwill will be written off among old partner in OPSR. Such goodwill will be written off among old partner in OPSR. Means in any situation we write off among old partner in OPSR. Journal entry already I have given old partners capital account debit to goodwill. Delete revaluation account. I don't want to confuse you. Delete revaluation account. Always will do this journal entry. Old partners capital account debit to goodwill. चलेगा? So delete revaluation account. चलेगा? Otherwise you will be confused. ठीक है? I don't want to confuse. Have you understood this point? Correct. With this we completed today's class. Hope you have understood. So you can practice up to unit number 4 all the questions whatever is pending. So it requires some time. So it requires some time for practice, na? Correct? But I think one question if you start will take 20 minutes. In 1 hour you can do maximum 4 questions. So if you just try for 1 hour, so you can complete 4 questions. Correct? Thank you very much. We'll meet tomorrow. Till then, bye bye. Take care. Enjoy your remaining day.